So we've talked about the engine in this car before, I think. I mentioned that it was built by Galvsport over in Perth. That's their little sticker there. This car was basically commissioned to be a street car, I think, and it was supposed to be one of the faster ones in Perth. I have no idea if that ended up being the case. The engine's good for about 800 horsepower, which translates to somewhere in the low 700s at the wheels. If you really want that, it's not what I want. I've recently had the exhaust upgraded and the tune downgraded, just to put some longevity into the engine, and because that much horsepower was just too much, in my opinion. So this car has a 2.8 litre engine instead of a 2.6, so it's been bought out. It is a Tomei kit, so it's all of the Tomei parts that are required to increase the engine size from 2.6 up to 2.8. And I assume if you buy their kit, they probably send you this very nice valley cover that goes on your engine. It's got an N1 block in it, which is stronger than the standard block simply because they were designed for racing from the word go. Tomei crank, pistons and conrods. It has ARP bolts and studs. It's got a bunch of mines equipment in there. Mines, triple flow cam cover, baffle. It's got Jun 272 9.7 lift cams, bunch of other Jun items in the head. So if someone liked the Jun stuff, it is good stuff, so you know, that's good for me. It's got, as you can see, Nismo inlet manifold. It's got a whole bunch of Nismo equipment as well out of sight. A lot of the componentry seems to be Nismo, so most of the engine is not really Nissan anymore. It's been changed out for either Nismo or quality aftermarket parts. So there is Tomei, as I mentioned, ARP, Mines, HKS and Nismo all through this engine. There's really not that much Nissan left. As you can see, there is just components galore. HPI radiator. In the front here is a HKS intercooler. It's actually not in that great of condition, being the first thing that this car hits, you know, in terms of speed humps and clearance. It looks like it's taken a couple of hits on the bottom, so that may get changed out at some point as well. I know I say that about a lot of things, but you never know. So this car at the moment makes around 550 horsepower or 410 kilowatts at the wheels, I think. It also has shortened gears. The diff gears have been shortened, so it's actually considerably quicker off the line and sprinting than a standard GTR, which makes it terribly quick. Yeah, it's very quick. And here in Victoria, you can lose your car if you're doing, I think it's 25 k's over. It might be back up to 30, but if you're going 25 or 30 k's over the speed limit, they take your car from you, and there's no guarantee you'll get it back. It's possible you can lose it forever, so I really don't want to do that. So I had the car on the track for the first time a while back, and unfortunately the igniter died. That's it there. That's brand new Nissan OEM. I have the old one as well, but it's probably not much use to anyone, as at high temperatures it fails. So that's the engine. You can see it's been hard piped. Everything's been hard piped in terms of the turbos, just so that you don't get any of them popping off or breaking clamps. They're all all been welded up beautifully. This was done by, well, I don't know if Galvsport did it, but they certainly had somebody do it. And yeah, it is just, it's very nice. I like it. A lot of people like it. So this still retains twin turbos. Turbos themselves are Garrett GT 2863 double R's, I think, which, to be completely honest, doesn't mean all that much to me. I think they're good for around 300 to 400 horsepower each, if you max them out. But obviously there's a lot that needs to go with that. So these aren't, they aren't maxed out as such. And for what I need, more than fast enough. This isn't necessarily a race car, it's just a nice toy for me to have, so I don't necessarily need 1,000 horsepower at the wheels, and it's plenty quick enough anyway. And that's the engine, all of it, I think.